Good evening and welcome back to The Pitch. My name is Parker, and if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and that like button too. Why not? So this weekend, we're going to dive into it. It's against the newly promoted team, Nottingham Forest. Now, on paper, Spurs look like the clear favorite, but with football, you never know what can happen. So as always, to preview the match, I brought on a fan from Nottingham. So here he is, Ben. How you doing, mate?
Hey, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Thanks for being on the channel.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. So Nottingham Forest, they're back with the big boys in the Premier League. What have you made of their season so far?
I mean, honestly, I had us getting 0 points in August, and we've got 4, so pretty pleased with that.
Yeah, it's not too bad of a start, honestly. You guys have, I think, 1 draw, 1 win, and then 1 defeat so far. So
yeah, that's right. St. James's Park, that's going to be a tough place for people to go this year.
Yeah, City Park, definitely. Definitely. So you guys have spent like a fortune this year as well. I think you guys have spent like roughly like 150 million already. So
yeah, and I don't
a lot
think
of players.
But we've needed to. I mean, we had 7 players on loan, I think, and then three more left, or their contract ended.
Yeah.
And so turn up in the Premier League with a squad like that, you got to invest.
Yeah, you got to get some depth.
For sure.
I think you guys got like 15 players. Is that right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's a lot of players to like integrate into the squad.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So one of your players most recently acquired was Morgan Gibbs White.
Yes.
I think he's like 42.5 million from Wolves. Is he your record signing?
Yeah, I think we paid 25 million up front, and then the rest of it is constructive add-ons. Some of them are unrealistic. I think some of them are like if we make Europe and things. So I don't think the total fee, but I think he probably is a record signing yet.
Gotcha. And so like, what do you expect from him this year? I know he's probably going to be playing this weekend.
I expect so. I know Steve Cooper, the manager, has worked with him before at England under 17 level. And then he also worked with him when he was coach at Swansea, and we had him on loan. And I think, reading through the lines, that he was a number 1 target for Steve Cooper this year. And, we've been chasing him all summer. And I think Wolves have rejected 4 or 5 bids already. So I guess he's probably really happy to finally get that over the line. He was at Sheffield, right, last year. And he was good. He was really good. So I expect a lot from him.
Yeah, definitely. And I know you guys got Oro Mangala. I think maybe I botched his name, Mangala, but
no, I think that's about right. Yeah, he looks like a great midfielder. He's played the last few games, and he looks good. It seems that although we've spent a lot of money, bought in a lot of players, that there's clearly a lot of thought gone into it. There's obviously a plan, and people look like they're slotting in pretty nicely in Steve Cooper's system. So.
Yeah, it's going to be a challenge for Spurs. I mean, you guys have so many good players now. We haven't even talked about Jesse Lingard yet. So,
right.
So he's probably going to be playing this weekend as well. What do you think about that signing?
How we shape up with all the new signings, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be interesting. I have Jesse Lingard probably scoring this weekend, but we'll get into the scores and stuff later.
Right.
Yeah, Jed Spence is another one of the players that we actually acquired from you guys. Well, I think he was on loan with you guys. So really we acquired him from the team before. I forget the team.
Middlesbrough.
Yeah, Middlesbrough. Yeah. So, man, we're really glad to have him. Were you guys interested in like keeping him? Like, you guys ever interested in buying him?
Yeah, I think we wanted him. But the reality is you guys have got more money.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's with you now, and I hope he gets to continue his development. He was great for us last year. He had a good season, both ends of the pitches. So, see how we do. I don't know what's going on there. I know he's not been in your squad. I don't know if he's injured or whatever, but definitely I rate him as a great player.
Yeah, I think a lot of the fans are excited about him, but I don't think Conte really has him in his plans right now. I heard some rumors that we were trying to put him out on loan this year, but he didn't want to. He had nothing to do with it. So I think that's also might have caused some ruffles between Conte and him. But yeah, I mean, all the fans really want to see him get in the squad eventually. So it'll happen eventually. And I wanted to talk about Brendan Johnson, another one of your. I think he's a striker for you guys. I think he scored like 16 goals last year in the championship. So
yeah, 19 I think throughout the entire
comps?
season. Yeah, in all competitions. It kind of went under the radar a bit with all the players we signed, but we signed him to a new 4-year deal as well.
Yeah,
some good business. He's a great player. Plays for the Welsh national team as well, going to the World Cup. So yeah, he's a good young player, and his dad used to play for Forest as well.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, you guys have some good players, so you're ready for the Premier League. You guys definitely.
Well, we could have this conversation this time next year, and we'll see.
Yeah, we'll definitely see after this weekend too. If you guys can, play against Spurs. So, are there any players out in injuries this weekend for Nottingham Forest that we have to look out for? Or?
Yeah, one of our new signings, Musa Niakata, is defender. He's out long term. It looks like for a couple of months.
Okay.
But I think that's the only one that I read on the injury list.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I think Spurs. I think we are missing Romero still. He'll be out for a couple more weeks. So, my prediction is it'll probably be the same squad as last game. So we'll put Sanchez in there to replace him. Then have Perisic, I think, on the left wing. So that's what I think will happen. But what's your score prediction? Who do you think will score?
Going to be interesting. The City Ground, as you'll probably find out this weekend, is a loud and tough place to come.
That's what I've heard a lot from people. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got a great squad. Obviously, it's better than ours. You've been in the Premier League a long time. You've got a more experienced manager. I would be surprised if you don't win the game, but I think we'll make it hard for you. I would take a point right now if you offered it me. I'll say 1-1 and hope for better.
Yeah, that's optimistic. I like it.
Yeah.
I think it'll be 2-1. I think Richarlison's actually going to get his first. So I think he'll come off the bench for Sonny and grab his first. I think Kulu will score 1 too. And then I think Jesse Lingard on your side will.
He's due one. He's not scored yet. He's in more of a playmaker role. But I mean, obviously with all the signings, who knows who's going to start on the front line this weekend? We won in the cup.
Yeah.
Midweek, and Sturridge scored 2 goals, so he's going to be trying to get into Steve Cooper's plans. So it's going to be interesting to see who starts.
Yeah, it's definitely. I think you guys are definitely a question mark. I don't think we really know what to expect with all these new signings coming in. So
no.
Yeah. So and like I said, I don't think Jed Spence will play. So
maybe in the cup when we play you guys in the cup.
Oh yeah, that's right. We just drew with you guys in the cup as well. So
yeah,
that'll be a good one. So all right, well that about wraps it up. So Ben, thanks again for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you guys are new, again, subscribe and hit that like button. And then until next week, goodbye.
Break it down.